Hi, Ryan here with Business Trends TV, and today I have Elizabeth Pratt from Act Fast Water Restoration on the line. Elizabeth is in Temecula. Their business is in Temecula, and she's gonna. And how you doing, Elizabeth?
Hi, Ryan. Thanks for having me.
You
Great.
bet. One of the questions that we get a lot, and Elizabeth is an expert in the water restoration industry. She knows about it. She's experienced and understands what needs to be done when a flood or water damage happens. One of the questions that we get a lot, Elizabeth, from people that watch the show is if I'm looking for a great water damage company or water restoration company, what should I look for?
Well, actually, that's actually a really good question. Our sister actually called us. My husband's sister called about a month ago. She was getting on a plane flying back from Mexico, and her toilet had broke while she was gone, and it was actually leaking through the ceiling, dripping down into our kitchen. And she called scared, freaking out, didn't know what to do, and asked us that exact question. What do I look for? How do I get somebody over to our house? And what do I do in this situation? And exactly what I told her is to go online, and she could do it right from her cell phone where she was at, and look for local companies and look at reviews of companies. And it's really important not just to go online and look for what company's website comes up first, but to actually look at reviews. Look on websites like Yelp and Angie's List and other review sites and read through them. Read those that have the 5 stars, and look for a company that has a lot of stars. Read all the positives, read the negatives, and see exactly what you're looking for. Once you found a company that has high reviews, you then want to find a company that actually is licensed and certified and has worked in water damage and in construction. One thing we found is a lot of water companies were actually carpet cleaners or plumbers, and they've never really had a construction experience. So you want a company that is actually a licensed contractor as well as experienced and certified in water damage. And then the third thing you're going to want to look for is somebody that can do the whole job start to finish. You don't want to call one guy in, like a plumber who's going to turn off the water, and then have to call another company to fix your floors and another company to fix your cabinets, another company to come in and remove, drywall and do drywall. You want one company that can come in, handle everything start to finish, so you're not stressed out running all over the place trying to deal with a claim on top of repairing everything.
Great.
That's pretty much what I told her to look for, and she went online and found that.
Wow, that's really great. So what you're saying is first, go online. Second, see if they've got the proper licensing, and then make sure that that they've got that can handle what it is that you're doing, and not just make sure that it's not just a plumber or a carpet cleaning company that is now just doing water restoration. That really that whoever you're dealing with is doing this full time and knows how all the ins and the outs of making sure that the job is done properly. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Okay. Awesome. So the next question I have for you is if somebody
hired, you're not going to be running.
Yeah, if somebody hired you guys, a little bit of a delay, but if somebody hires you guys, what kind of experience would they have?
Well, from the first minute that they call, we try to help them relax. It's a stressful situation when water's coming through your ceiling or your kitchen is now full of water and it's going down the hallway. So instantly, we want you to relax and know we will be there within 30 minutes. We get there quickly and we start drying your house. We'll help you file your claim with your insurance company. And from that moment on, we take over, start to finish. Everything will be done for you, and we're going to walk with you hand in hand and work for you. We don't work for any insurance company, even though we are recommended by insurance companies. We don't work for any insurance company. So we're actually on your side and help you throughout the entire process.
Awesome. So there's a big advantage to somebody knowing what to do, what to say when they're a business that you can call in water restoration that does know how to deal with the situation, can help that person feel much more at ease during that process, and ultimately that's what you're saying that you guys can do, is you can make that person feel a lot more at ease during the process, and they're going to experience the comfort of knowing that you guys are the experts and you know exactly what to do right off the bat. That's a huge insight into into what people would experience if they hired Act Fast Water Restoration in Temecula. Now, if what are other questions that you get a lot from people when they call you? Are there any like frequently asked questions that you get when people call you up?
Well, one thing to realize is your insurance company calls this a loss. And the reason they call it a loss is because this is a loss to you. This is a traumatic experience. And a lot of people forget that when you're going through this, there is damage in your home, there's possible mold growth and other things happening, and it is stressful. So the thing that we always remember when people call us is, I know it's stressful and it's traumatic and you're experiencing things going on in your home. This is not a convenience. So what we want to do is come in and help you take some of that off of your plate. We want to help you relieve some of that stress that's going on and actually do a lot of that work for you. And so that's what our business is based on. It's hand-holding with you, not just leaving you out there running around trying to deal with your adjuster all by yourself.
Okay. Awesome. So you're going to handhold the person that hires you as the water restoration expert and the company that's going to help them deal with their water damage and their flood and prevent mold and all those other kind of things that can happen. Now, what are the biggest concerns that people have when they actually have a water damage situation? Or what are the FAQs or the frequently asked questions that you get mostly when somebody has a situation like this?
People are unsure of what their insurance actually covers, and that is a big concern, is how much is going to be covered, what's going to be replaced, are they going to get their home back to the same way it was before? Mm-hmm. And that is part of what we want to do. We want your home actually to be better than it was before, and that's our goal, is to put everything into place so your cabinets are all replaced. If you need new flooring, if you need drywall done, whatever it may be, we want to make sure that your home is in better condition than before the flood happened.
Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense. So you want to make sure that people know that the insurance, there's obviously a lot to be done with the insurance, what the insurance company is going to be paying for, what they're not going to be paying for. That's probably the number one question that you get.
Right.
And insurance companies do cover a good portion of what happens if they have the correct policy, I'm assuming, correct?
Right. And a lot of times your insurance company doesn't tell you what you're covered for. And that's part of what we do. We actually go in and make sure that you are getting everything that you deserve, everything you paid for. An insurance company is in business to make money, so they're not going to just give out everything to you. A lot of times you have to ask for it. And with us having so many years experience in restoration, we know what to ask for. So we're going to help you and coach you to make sure that you get everything covered.
So you're kind of like the doctor's office in the sense that a lot of times the doctor's office, when you go in and see them, they'll actually call the insurance company and make sure that you have the proper coverage to get the procedures that you need. And so you're that claims, in essence,
Exactly.
You're kind of helping them and be that claims person for them to help them kind of go through the maze of the insurance companies, because sometimes that can be pretty challenging, and you got to know what you're dealing with. You got to know what kind of questions to ask in order to get the proper answers and in order to get the right coverage sometimes.
Exactly. Sometimes we even have adjusters show up on site and write checks on site, and we think that's really awesome, because when we don't work with people, they're calling us asking us for help, because sometimes they're waiting 90 days to 6 months to get a check, and a lot of times we can get people a check within the week.
That's huge. That's a good insight. So you can really help them through that process in order to cut down the amount of time that they get the reimbursement for that water damage, which could be in the thousands or maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it's a big deal.
Right. Right, exactly.
Now, you have some sort of a free offer, I think, for people that are first-time customers. Is that correct? Or
Right, exactly. We want people to have no money out of pocket. The average homeowner's deductible is somewhere around $1,000 to a few $1,000s, and we want to make sure that we're covering most of your deductible for you. So we cover anywhere between up to $1,500 a deductible if you call us for a first-time person. And we want you to know that when you call us, you're not going to have to worry about today how you're going to pull money out of your pocket and pay for our services. So we try to make that as easy and painless as possible.
Well, that's a great first-time customer offer. And if somebody does want to get a hold of you, Elizabeth, what is the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Just call us on our emergency service line, and that phone number is 951-444-8794, or you can go to our website, actfastflood.com, and we go to any floods anywhere in Southern California.
Okay, any floods anywhere in Southern California within a 60 to 90 mile radius, or just how far from?
Right, we'd like to be there within the hour. We have gone farther than that, but we want to get to your flood within the hour.
Okay, so like you're in Temecula, you could reach San Diego and no problem, and that would be
right. Okay. Within an hour, yes.
Within an hour. Okay. So let me put in your number there. There's their phone number, actfastflood.com, 951-444-8794.
Perfect.
Call them up. Is there any final parting words that you want to leave with people, Elizabeth?
Just thank you for your time today, and if you even just have questions about a flood or an insurance claim, give us a call. I'd love to just answer your questions or help with your concerns.
All right. Thanks a lot, Elizabeth. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
You bet.